Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday to you. I had to look and see what time it is. It's 4:20 this morning. I wanted to come on here. I'm not going to stay on for very long because this is outside of our initial viewing area, but I want to come on here nonetheless because we are seeing a tornado warning issued very close to our area. As you can see here, I'm going to move this out of the way so you can actually see where it is. This is for really Lauderdale County, the very northern portions of Lauderdale County. I'm tracking this tornado warning storm really north of the city of Meridian right now. So this is north of I-20, north of the city of Meridian, watching it as it makes its way through. Been watching this cell. Actually, Matt did track out this cell before he did finally hit the hay this morning. And again, it is trying to produce something out here. So we are keeping our eye on it. Again, this is south of our main viewing area. This is south of Louisville, south of Macon, south of Sugarlock, but north of Meridian. And again, still just going to come on here for a few minutes just to track it out and show you overall what we're watching. This is radar indicated as of right now, so not necessarily some ground truth of it actually producing a tornado, but everything is there for it to be able to. So that's why we're kind of coming on with you this morning, taking a look overall at the winds. We've been watching this, a little bit of red and greens trying to wrap around each other. What that means is we're looking at winds coming towards and away from the radar site. When they get close together, that means that it's trying to wrap, it's trying to rotate out there. So again, continuing to keep our eye on it as it makes its way through. Rather unimpressive. It keeps kind of pulsing up and down. Also could see some hail within the very center of it as well. So let me go ahead and put a track on that. I'm just going to make sure I'm not missing anything here. And then we're going to be putting a track on it. It is taking its way off to the north and east this morning. Again, tornado warning cell, also severe thunderstorm warned as well. So that's why we know, yes, it's a tornado possible, but also some wind and hail with this as well. So I'm going to go overall. I'm going to check this one more time, make sure I know how fast the National Weather Service is saying this is moving before I overall put a track on it. Moving east at 40 miles an hour. So we want to make sure we can be as accurate as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this. Let's take it from that area of rotation. And again, they said it's moving about 40 miles an hour. We'll take it across the state line. So this is moving, again, north of Meridian, but south of Sugarlock, south of our main area that we cover. It's going to be in places like Obadiah around 4:24 a.m., Kemper Springs around 4:20 or 4:39 a.m. and Boyd 5:02, Sledge 5:05. So if you know anybody who lives north of the city of Meridian, maybe along 45, especially from Scuba down into Kemper Springs, I encourage you to call, wake them up, let them know that there's a storm on the way that is tornado warned, not necessarily producing a tornado on the ground as of right now, but still a tornado warned cell that they want to be aware of and be in their safe place because of. So that's overall what we're looking at this morning. Again, I'm not going to stay on for too long here with you because I just want to make you aware of exactly where we're looking at this tornado warning cell, again, north of Meridian. Let me zoom out and show you overall what we're looking at here in North Mississippi as of 4:23 this morning. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us yet again. This is overall what we're watching. So North Mississippi, not necessarily dealing with anything this morning. I'll be live with you at 6:30 after this as well, but you can see Northwest Mississippi actually dry as of right now along 55. All of the action in Northeast Mississippi still tracking very strong storms coming into the city of Birmingham right now. So if you know anybody traveling or living along 65 over into Alabama, Tuscaloosa to Birmingham, they are now getting in on those storms. Severe thunderstorm warned for a good line of those storms from Jasper all the way down to Tuscaloosa. That's really for the straight line winds that is coming out of that. You can just kind of see that bowing segment right there. As it bows out, it produces a lot of strong winds at the same time. So that is overall what's going on. I'm going to track out this storm one more time for you. This is kind of why we came on here. Again, this tornado warning, I'm just making sure we're keeping up with the National Weather Service in Jackson. It remains in effect until 5:15 a.m. And this is for southeastern Kemper County and northern Lauderdale County. So that's what we're watching again with this cell that is moving through and producing a tornado, or not producing a tornado, but producing a tornado warning. This cell right now is only radar indicated. So I want to keep making that aware. Not a tornado on the ground that we know of at this point, but a cell that is trying to rotate. So overall, this is what we're watching. Let me move this back to a little bit of a better radar site so we can get a better view on it. Okay, here's what we're looking at. This is north of the city of Meridian. So this is passing into places like Center Hill, Bailey, Hookston, going to be into places like Daleville, into the city of Lauderdale as it makes its way through. So kind of watching those overall notches, you can kind of see there on radar. This is why that tornado warning is in place. You can kind of see that notch of this storm just trying to rotate. It is trying its best to do something. So that's why we're just keeping a very, very close eye on it. And again, I'm here with you this morning just because it is very close to our area. And I know there are people that are down in Meridian that do keep an eye on the weather with us as well. So just want to keep them informed. Going to take a look at those winds one more time as well. Just make sure, yeah, you can kind of see right there in between, passing over 19 right now, really from Hoseland down, or Mosley down to Hookston, Nellyburg as well. Kind of can see those reds and greens getting real close together. And when they do, that's when we could see the potential for, again, a tornado warned cell like this is. So keeping our eye on it. That's really where we're looking at that rotation as of right now, passing over 19, Highway 19, just north of the city of Meridian. Making sure I'm keeping up with the chat this morning, just on making you aware of what's going on. Again, this is mainly south of our area. This is more south central Mississippi, but still on keeping folks informed. So I'm going to track this out one more time, then I'm going to let you guys go this morning, and I'll be back to talk to you at 6:30, hopefully, if nothing else does occur. But continuing to just watch the cell. I'm going to track it from the rotation this time, and we'll continue to track it out 40 miles an hour, which is what the National Weather Service is saying. This is moving off to the north and the east. So here we go again, 40 miles an hour. We're going to track it across the state line. It's going to be passing into places like Hookston around 4:29, again, next few minutes. Pine Springs around 4:32, Bailey 4:35, Topton around 4:46, Lockhart 4:48, Lauderdale around 4:55, into Dove around 5:05, Millville around 5:10 a.m. So this, again, is north of the city of Meridian. I just keep wanting to reiterate that. So if you're waking up with us, you know, not necessarily North Mississippi. This is south of our main viewing area, but a tornado warned cell, not producing a tornado on the ground that we know of right now, but trying to rotate, trying its best. So we're keeping our eye on it. It's within that tornado watch area as well. So this is overall what we're looking at. Again, that is that main track that I just put on there as that continues to make its way off to the south and east, or really north and east is what the overall movement this has been. I'm going to check up. Just keep an eye on the National Weather Service chat, making sure I'm keeping up with everything. So that's the overall track. Let me give you a big picture of what's going on, and then I will let you guys go this morning. Here's a look at what's going on. Big picture. North Mississippi, mainly good. Unless you live right outside of North Mississippi, right? So within our main area, Clarksdale, Oxford, Grenada, Eupora, Tupelo, Columbus, Boonville that we cover, we are really in the clear, at least this morning. Let me switch you over to the different radar site where we're watching the majority of storms this morning at 4:29 is passing into places like central Alabama. You can see that line of storms about to cross over into 65 and within the city of Birmingham right now, pushing into Tuscaloosa. that does have a severe thunderstorm warning on it, mainly due to the strong winds that Boeing segment is just trying to push out a lot of winds right now. So severe thunderstorm warning with that is that's pushing into Alabama, central Alabama, Birmingham, Alabaster, again, Tuscaloosa right now. And then as we look further down to the south, we're dealing with that tornado warned cell that's right now south of our area, south of Sugarlock, south of Macon, but north of the city of Meridian. So just continuing to keep our eye on that this morning. Just wanted to make you aware of that as well. Again, I am going to let you guys go. I'm going to get ready for our show coming up in 2 hours. Of course, if anything goes on, if anything happens before then, we will be on to let you know. If there is another tornado warning that is relatively close to our area, we will be live letting you guys know. I know you might not want to watch. You say, I'm trying to sleep. That's fine. You can turn your phone off, go to sleep. We're good in North Mississippi, at least for this morning. But again, right outside our areas, especially along 20 this morning, we are still dealing with some severe storms that are still trying to rotate. So if there's anything close to us like that, I am going to be on just giving you a heads up and letting you know what's going on. So overall, that's the big picture. Of course, someone mentioned the second round of storms. We are still watching the potential for more storms to happen really mid-morning. We're thinking 9, 10 to about noon or 1, kind of watching that time frame for a little bit more of a redevelopment of a few storms out there. So if you want to get a look at that overall track and new future casts coming out hour by hour, you'll have to tune in at 6:30 when we kind of get things together here, just doing some radar analysis for the moment. So that's overall look at Mississippi Live Radar. I'm going to step out of the way and I will see you guys at 6:30 if nothing else does pop up. So thanks as always for tuning in. And again, make sure to tune in at 6:30, 7, and 7:30 this morning. I'll be bringing you the latest. And then, of course, Matt and Gabe will be on at 5, 6.
Give the gift of a delicious burger from Bulldog Burger, a soup and sandwich from Sweet Pepper's Deli, appetizers and cocktails from The Grill, or even a wood-fired steak from Harvey's. Choice is the perfect gift. An all-in-one gift card from Eat With Us.
At First Choice Bank, Thanksgiving reminds us what truly matters: family. For over 125 years, we proudly support our local communities, helping families, businesses, and neighbors reach their goals. From all of us at First Choice Bank, we wish you a happy Thanksgiving.